Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Strike Zone Show. What is going on? I'm joined here by my boy Maza from Ford Train Express. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit those heart emojis. Make sure you all subscribe to the Ford Train Express as well. His channel is slowly but surely growing. It's getting there, but breaking news, people. The news just broke out. Shout out to Mazza. Shout out to Ace. You know, they fill me in. And I see Ace in the chat. Shout out to you, man. The Yankees have signed left-handed pitcher Max Fried on an 8-year deal worth $218 million. That is pending a physical, but the Yankees have struck, and the Yankees struck very quickly. So, you know, they didn't wait long. You know, I think it's a good pickup. It's going to solidify their starting rotation. This good pitching. I like it. Left-handed pitcher. So let's see what the Yankees do next. I know they were in conversations with Christian Walker. So and yeah, Li, I agree. Max Fried under $30 million is disgustingly great. 27 million AAV. Give me that all day. Yes. Folks in the chat again. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. Make sure you all subscribe to the Ford Train Express as well. My boy Mikey Mazza over here. But Mazza, talk to us, man. How do you feel about this signing? Like, how are you feeling? Do you feel relief? How confident do you feel with the Yankees making more signings, man?
Who? This was massive. This was massive. The Yankees needed to answer back, and guess what? That's exactly what they did. They just stole the Braves' best pitcher, and quite frankly, it was a fantastic signing for $27 million over 8 years. I am taking that all day, every day. Absolutely massive. This is what we needed. It's going to be a nice slot behind Cole. Pushes Rodon to the number 3. I love it.
Yeah, I do especially love the fact that you know, assuming that that's the case, that Fried is going to be the number 2 guy in the rotation. I will welcome that all day. If they do put Rodon in the number 3 spot, you know what? Sign me up, man. Sign me up. That's going to put less pressure on a guy like Carlos Rodon, and I think he'll thrive well in the number 3 spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna just say a quick thing before I get out of here.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to say that this Max Fried signing sets them up even better because now they can go out. If they wanted to sign Corbin Burns, they could. If not, and they wanted to go out and get Kyle Tucker, by all means, go do it. But now they are in a much better position than they were 24 hours ago. So I love it. It's a great move. It's really nice to see him pivot quickly and get it done. And like I said, Who, we don't need that. We got what we needed.
Yeah. You know, pitching seems to be the big thing that they were focusing on. They got their guy. They got Max Fried on an 8-year deal, $218 million deal. You know, sign me up, man. Sign me up, and
Absolutely.
Let's see what else the Yankees do. I know they were in some talks with Christian Walker. Hopefully we hear some other news, though, folks.
Yep.
And shout out to David Cohen real quick for the 199 super chat. Thank you so much. He's asking, do we trade Stroman or Cortes? I'd say trade both. If you're going to trade, if one of them gets traded, it's going to be Stroman before Cortes.
Yeah.
That's 100. Yeah. One of those guys is getting traded. If not, one of those guys, you know, both of them could get traded. And you know, let's see what happens. There's other rumblings around Nolan Arenado right now saying that he is open to going to a winning team, and he's willing to, you know, he wants to go to a winning team. He's willing to waive his no trade clause. So the Yankees have been mentioned in that conversation. So, you know, let's see what other moves that the Yankees make. And hold that note, I'd sent a bat signal to my boy, and he has answered the bat signal. You ready to go, bro?
Let's do it.
All right. my boy, my guy Hector, man. What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Here, working the lobby at the winter meetings. It just broke. I know you guys are already talking about it 8 years, but for the past hour, right? It was rumored that the Yankees were, or the offer was at 7 years. Not sure if it was just the Yankees or the Red Sox or whoever else, but it seems like the Yankees came in at the last moment and threw in that extra year with a little bit of extra money as well. So they're not playing now.
No, they're not playing. They are not playing there, Hector. And I appreciate you jumping on and letting and kind of filling us in. Are you how are things going in Texas, man? Tell us about your experience with the winter meetings, man. Let talk to us a little bit about that.
It's great. First of all, I couldn't pass up an opportunity to be on a live stream where Mikey Mazza is showing us his armpit in his kitchen. I miss my guy Mikey Mazza. Shout out Mikey Mazza. Um, nah, but the experience has been awesome, bro. Meeting so many different people. Jeff Passan, John Heyman, a lot of the guys that we grew up watching or listening to as young baseball fans, right? Joe Sermon, Andy Martino. These guys are amazing. Bob Nightingale, he has the battery of a college frat boy. Bob Nightingale is hilarious. It's a great time. Again, meeting different people. I was able to meet Billy Martin's son, had a conversation with him. Billy Martin's son works as an agent. So he was here with his player. I was able to talk to him. It's just been great, man. Networking, meeting different people. It's just great.
Good, man. I'm very glad, and I'm glad you got the opportunity to go out there and do your thing. You're that great for you, man. I'm very happy for you. And Maz, I know you got to head out here pretty soon. So,
No,
yeah. Anything else you want to say before you leave?
nah, man. I'm just happy about the Max Fried signing.
Yeah, the Max Fried signing is fantastic. That was
Sorry,
that.
sorry. My internet's a bit wonky because I guess everybody's on it right now. Sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good. As far as as far as like other bats go, Hector, or other players, I mean, what are you hearing since you're out there? I mean, I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, from who I've been talking to, obviously everything has been like off the record for most of it, but the priority was Max Fried. After the Juan Soto contract signing with the Mets, the Yankees prioritized Max Fried when it comes to starting pitching. And once the Max Fried domino falls, then you start hearing the rumbles about, are the Yankees going to trade for Cody Bellinger? Are the Yankees going to sign Christian Walker? Now those gears start moving, right? So after the Juan Soto fiasco, the Yankees wanted to make their number one priority was Max Fried, to make sure they had an ace to go behind Garrett Cole, then adding on to the offense.
All right, all right. So as far as we know the Yankees need a bat, maybe two bats, right? Obviously, first base is a need. You know, Christian Walker's name has been mentioned a lot. There was some talks of them talking with the Cubs about trading for Cody Bellinger. What's Has there been any progress being made on that, or what's going on with that?
The initial Monday was like the official first day, even though I was here Sunday. But on Monday, at the beginning of the day, everyone's focus was Cody Bellinger. Everybody's focus was Cody Bellinger, Cody Bellinger, Cody Bellinger. And then it started shifting towards Teoscar Hernandez. And then after the general manager and manager from the Astros spoke, there was a sense that the Astros are trying to hit the reset button, right? So Kyle Tucker's going to be a free agent after this
Mhm.
upcoming season. So that's a guy that they look to unload to try to get something back as they go into like a transitional period. Even though they were solid this past year, they started off slow and they caught fire. I'm not sure if they're convinced that they could replicate what they did last year in the second half.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's like all sorts of news and stories coming out, rumors coming out. I mean, this is what happens during the winter meetings. I'm just happy that things are starting to heat up, right? That hot stove is heating up, and I'm glad the Yankees struck. You know, they struck right away after Soto signed with the Mets. I'm glad that they didn't wait around and they went right into it. So um, let's see what happens. I'm glad that they got freed, but I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to, if they're in talks with Chicago about trading for Bellinger, if they're going to sign Christian Walker. I know those two names have been heavily mentioned. I mean, Kyle Tucker, man, How awesome would that be if they were be able to trade for Kyle Tucker there, Hector?
If you're trading with Kyle Tucker, first of all, if you're trading for a player like Kyle Tucker, he's going to demand more back in return than Cody Bellinger, because Cody Bellinger, it's a salary dump. He has some injury history, so I'm not sure if you could try to maximize the most you can get out of him. The one person that I spoke to here, and they brought up a name that I know most Yankee fans are not going to want to trade, and it wasn't Jason Dominguez. It was Luis Hill, because the Astros, they want starting pitching back and whatever trade they make with for Kyle Tucker. So you got to ask yourself, Yankee fans, are you willing to trade Luis Hill and send them to the Houston Astros and face him over the next 4 to 5, potentially 6 years, if not more? That's a question you got to ask yourself. If you're willing to trade Luis Hill, you would rather trade him to a team in the National League, preferably in the West Coast, so you don't have to see him that much if you got to bite the bullet and trade him. But I'm somebody that I don't want to give up on Luis Hill. He just won the AL Rookie of the Year, the first Yankee starting pitcher to win the Rookie of the Year since the '80s. So I'm not giving up on Hill.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that one, man. As much as I do love Kyle Tucker, we also have a great pitcher in Luis Hill. Like you said, he won Rookie of the Year. I don't know if I'm ready to part ways with him. I don't know if I'm ready, man, because he was a big contributor in that starting rotation, especially during Garrett Cole's absence. And I think things are, I think with him being in the rotation, you need him in that rotation, especially with the addition of Max Fried.
Shout out to my guy. My guy Future just texted me right now. He's like, I'm watching the stream. Let's go. Yes, Future. Shout out to my guy Future in the chat.
Oh, shout out to Future.
Shout out to everybody who's in the building also. Smack the like button for my brother NFE. Hit the subscribe button. Shout out to all the different Yankee content creators during this time of the winter meetings in the off season. We all have been killing it. We all have been doing great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. And Hector, as always, man, he's always killing it on his channel there with Uptown Sports. So, you're doing a great job. You're making moves. I know you're with Latino Sports, which is, I think you're out there with them, right? They're the ones who helped you. Yeah. Hector Beauchamp, Latino Sports. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, and make sure you guys subscribe to Uptown Sports and give them. Let's help grow their channel even more. I mean, Hector's channel, that channel is just growing by the daily. It seems like so. Let's get these guys going.
Yeah. And again, NFE, always appreciate you. I've known you. We met at like last year, if not before, a little bit longer than that. And you've been killing it, bro, with the content that you've been pushing out. I love the fact that I can say that, NFE, somebody that was a part of the open panels, and then he went off and started doing his own thing, and you're killing it, bro. I'm always here to support you. I'm always in your corner. I'm always rooting for you, broski.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I know you got me, bro. And it's guys like you and the rest of the content creators that kind of inspired me. And then, folks giving me a chance, and I'm just like, you know what, man, I'm gonna do it. And I got all the support. But at the end of the day, it's like us content creators. It's you just got to take that first step, as you know. It's all about taking that first step. So. And I'm loving the background behind you, man. It just seems very active. It seems very lively right now in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm going live at 5:30 with Grace over on Uptown Sports TV. I'll send you the link if you're free. If you're done with your stream, you're more than welcome to jump on. I spent the last hour trying to figure out where am I going to go live from. I think I'm at the perfect spot right now. So thank you, NFE, for helping me figure this out.
Yeah, anytime, bro. That's what I'm here for, just to help people figure out where to go live. So
no. But I want to ask you, bro. What's your thoughts on the Max Fried signing? Like adding an extra ace to pair next to Garrett Cole. Now you got two guys at the top of your rotation. That's if they're healthy. That's the question. It could be a formidable 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is, hey, you couldn't sign Juan Soto, then hey, let's beef up that pitching. And I think getting a starting pitcher was necessary, even with Juan Soto. Even let's just say if the Yankees did sign Juan Soto, Hector, I still said that the Yankees can use a starter because I wasn't feeling comfortable going in with the starting rotation with this current rotation that they had before they added Fried. So
No, I'm in agreement with you. Sorry if my service get a little bit choppy. I'm about to walk to a place like the service is like dead. I gotta go grab my bag. But no, I'm with you. When you look at Max Fried and Corbin Burns, when you try to weigh out which one would you rather trust on this type of deal? I'd rather trust Max Fried, right? Both Burns and Max Fried, there's some injury concerns. But when you look at Fried, his injuries have been more of blisters, right? An oblique issue that he had, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not an elbow, it's not a shoulder problem. It's more just random injuries that come here and there. So I like Corbin Burns. I wish him the best. I just feel that Corbin Burns, he's been declining a little bit on his stats over the past 3 years. His walk rate has been up, strikeout rate has been down. The velocity on his fastball, it started to fall down as well. I'd rather just trust Max Fried, knowing that his injuries aren't elbow or shoulder related.
facts. Yeah, no, it's facts. And I'm happy with the Max Fried signing. I really am. I'm glad the Yankees got him. Question now is, do the Yankees trade either a Nestor Cortes or a Marcus Stroman? Do they trade either both of those guys?
If you're trading either one of them, it's not going to be to the Cubs because the Cubs, they're trying to do a fire sale like the Marlins.
Yeah.
They're not trying. They aren't. From what I heard, again, I'm not in the front office, anything like that. From what I heard, it's they're not willing to take back any contracts. They're just trying to unload whatever contracts they have on the books. So for Yankee fans that thought, hey, we could call up the Cubs and send them DJ LeMahieu or Marcus Stroman and bring back Cody Bellinger, that's not a reality.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just wondering now, like with the addition of Max Fried to the rotation, what they're going to do with that rotation. What's going to happen with Marcus Stroman? What's going to happen with Nestor Cortes? I'm curious to see. One of those guys they got to get traded. I feel like it's kind of inevitable that needs to happen.
No, it's definitely going to happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when, right? Is it going to happen sooner rather than later? Now that the Yankees signed Max Fried, I think the next move that would to happen if I was to put money down on it is a bat. What kind of bat? I'm not sure, right? I think they add a bat first before trading Marcus Stroman or Nestor Cortes. Or if they add a bat while trading either one of the two, that's another possibility also.
Yeah, I think now, they got Max Fried. I think, like you said, they're going to get a bat. That's going to be their next move. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Christian Walker because that name has been heavily talked about, and and the Yankees have had conversations with him. So I could see maybe like a 3-year deal, maybe a 2 or 3 year deal for Christian Walker is what I'm predicting. What do you think?
I would say that yes, yesterday, right? But seeing that the Yankees, they gave Max Fried, I thought Max would be 6 years. They gave Max Fried an 8-year deal. So
Yeah.
yesterday, probably a 3-year deal would have been reality for Christian Walker. Now that we're living in this present post Max Fried, I think it'll probably be a 5-year deal for Christian Walker, bringing him to age 38. I mean 35. Yeah, 38.
Yeah, because he's
He's
34 now.
33 right now. He's 33.
33
He'll turn 34 during the season.
Right. And I when the whole Max Fried conversation was happening, I said 7 years at 200 million. So
Okay.
that's what I was saying,
You-
200 for
yeah.
7, but it went 218 for 8, and I'm like, all right, 27 million AAV. It was under 30 million.
Yeah,
So
that's not a bad that's not a bad deal, and especially when you
Not
look
at
at
all.
like he's making the same amount of money that Carlos Rodon is making,
Yeah.
literally the same. So that's not a bad deal, and that's what it is now. Look what Marcus Stroman is making, 18 million, but he still gives you 150 innings. This is the new market for starting pitching.
Oh, it is. And real quick, I do want to shout out referee 583 because he did buy me 3 coffees. So referee 583, thank you so much, man. I just got a notification on that. You've been a big supporter of mine. So shout out to you, man. Thank you so much.
And if I'm about to dip off because I'm about to go set up for the live stream I got in 15, 20 minutes, bro. I love you, bro. Appreciate you like always. And again, Yankee fans, go outside and touch grass. The world's not coming to an end. We got Max Fried.
Yeah, exactly. And send me the link, bro. Send me the link. I'll after I'm done with mine, I'll try and jump on.
I got you, brother. Have a good one.
All right, brother. See you later. All right. Well, shout out to Hector for jumping on and kind of filling us in on what's going on during the winter meetings. And, the things that he's hearing. So shout out to Hector. Thank you so much, Hector. You're the man. And again, make sure you all subscribe to Uptown Sports TV. Him and Grace do a really good job on their channel. And also, every once in a while, they also have Damian Serrano who joins them too. And Damian's a really cool dude. So I've had Damian on this show before. So, he's great. Damian's awesome too. So shout out to those guys up there at Uptown Sports TV. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. I have between YouTube and X, I have close to 130 people in the chat. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I do greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. And just so everybody knows, I'm about 10 subs away from 1,200. So if there's 10 people out there watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button, join the Strike Zone crew. I would greatly appreciate it. We talk mainly Yankees baseball, but all fans are welcome, and we can talk about the teams that you like and support. I know I have other fans of other teams in this channel. So thank you all so much. And thank you, referee. And again, shout out to you, dude, for the coffees. Thank you so much. And for those of you that are blaming me for the whole couch thing and Soto, kick rocks. That's all I'm going to tell you. All right. So sayonara. Bye. Soto is dead to me. Hey, Joel, what's up, man? Yeah, it's all right, man. You know what? I was upset for just one night. For a Sunday night, I was a little disappointed. I was upset, but you know what? What's done is done. Soto's a New York Met. I have moved on. The Yankees got Max Fried. Let's see what else the Yankees do in the meantime. Who else they're going to sign? And I'm excited for the Max Fried signing, though. I'm excited for the Max Fried signing. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I want to just say what's up. I see Li is in the chat. Maza, what's up? We just had him on here. So Andres Jimenez, was just acquired by the Blue Jays. I did see that. I guess it was a trade. So good move for the Blue Jays. That's awesome. Nosebleed sections in the building. Stephen B, CT Cards, Dev Finch, Joel, Max. Ace was in here. I don't know if you're still in here. Jack is in here. Stephen B, Robert Johnson. Who else we got? We had Joe from New York Yankee Mania. David Cohen was in the chat. Shout out to you, David. Again, thank you so much for the super chat. But we got quite a few folks in here. Anthony was in the chat. Ocean View Coffee Shop. So we have a lot of people. So, the Back It Up Binge podcast was in here. I saw you. William DeSico. What's up, William? How's it going? What is up? But, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all are excited for that Max Fried signing. If you're excited, hit those emojis down there at the bottom. I would appreciate that. But the Yankees struck, people. The Yankees struck. I ain't feeling guilty about nothing there, Rodney. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not feeling guilty about anything. So I feel great. All right. Even with Soto going to the Mets, I still feel great. So William, I know a lot of folks are still mad about Soto. I mean, I get it. I understand, but it's unfortunately it's baseball. Unfortunately, it's a business. So, not a whole lot we can do. CT Cards. That's whatever, man. But let's see what the next move is going to be. Is the next move going to happen? Is it going to happen tomorrow? And let me see if there is any updates to the Max Fried deal. We know it's 8 years, $218 million. It is pending a physical. Doesn't say anything about opt-outs or anything like that, but we'll see if something like that happens. And shout out to Joel Concietti for being a member of the Strike Zone for 4 months. So thank you, Joel, so much for your continued support. You are the man. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, Soto couldn't afford the $1 trillion couch. And if he did ask for my couch in that Yankees negotiation, I would have said no. So if I say no to Soto, I'm saying no to the rest of you. So there you go. But there's been a lot of moves though, right? Around baseball world. The Blue Jays, they re-signed Yimi Garcia to a 2-year deal worth $15 million. The Rockies signed Thairo Estrada, former New York Yankee. Estevan Florial is going to go play for the Hanwha Eagles in the KBO. The White Sox signed Mike Tauchman. So some activity going on around baseball world. So, but yeah, Joel, Fried, next is Walker or Tucker. Man, if they were to get Tucker, oh my God, sign me up, man. Sign me up. And I would love if the Yankees were able to trade for Kyle Tucker, and if they could sign him to an extension, even better. And Hector was in here earlier. He asked if anybody would sign or anybody would trade Luis Hill, right? I don't know if it's going to take like a Luis Hill, but would you trade a Luis Hill for a Kyle Tucker? And I was looking at the comments. I know a couple of you have said that if Tucker was to sign an extension, that makes it a little bit more it's a little more tempting, but I don't want to trade Luis Hill. I do not want to trade Luis Hill personally. So, the Yankees could wait for Kyle Tucker to hit free agency. Who knows? I wouldn't, man. Personally, I wouldn't. I don't know that I would. He was an important piece in that rotation. He got Rookie of the Year. Especially in Cole's absence, he was absolutely killing it. So I don't know that I want to trade Luis Hill there, Joel. What about you? Yeah, D-Rod saying only way to trade Tucker for Tucker's have an extension. I mean, it makes it a little bit more tempting, no doubt. You would trade Schmidt before Hill. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I'm kind of with you on that. So Joel, you would. Okay. Understood. I understand. It's not something I would do personally, but if other folks feel that way, if they would, they're not going to do Cortes, man. There is no way listen, I would do Cortes for Tucker all day, all night, every day. Like I would make that trade, but it's not going to happen. They won't do Cortes for Tucker. There's no way. All right, and Jonathan filling us in here. Joel Sherman. So Fried received a full no-trade clause. The contract has no opt-outs or deferrals. Interesting. Okay. So he's got a full no-trade clause. I hate the full no-trade clause, but hey, sometimes that's what it takes to get a deal done. But interesting that there are no opt-outs or deferrals. I wasn't expecting deferrals. I'm not surprised about that, but I expected maybe a deferral, but then again, he is 31 years old. So we got to take that into consideration. And referee, my man, he's been a member for 3 months. Shout out to you. He says Yankees could get Robert Luis Jr. from Chicago White Sox. Yeah. Luis Robert. Yeah, that's a name that has been mentioned by Yankees fans. Do they go after him? I don't know. I don't see it personally. I could see a trade for Cody Bellinger. Do I see a trade for Kyle Tucker? I don't see it happening, but maybe we'll be surprised. Maybe the Yankees will surprise us. But we'll just have to wait and see. So But right now, I'm just happy that the Yankees made a move, and they made a great move in signing Max Fried. I'm very, very happy about that move. So good for the Yankees, a good solid starting pitcher. So good for NFE. I mean, you're not gonna you're gonna have to give up a lot, man. I don't come cheap. I believe so. Yeah, I believe he's got some injury issues, no doubt, man. So I think yeah, I don't know if the Yankees. I know they got Max Fried, who's had injuries in the past, but um, but to me, I think he'll be fine. If you sign Walker and get Bellinger, they can wait for Tucker next off season. Right? Yeah, they could do that. They could do that. But if they get the thing is, if they get Bellinger, right, and if they put him in the outfield, he does have a player option after the 2025 season. He could opt back in. I mean, how likely can they get? I mean, how likely would it be that they would go after Kyle Tucker in free agency? What's up, Ken? How's it going? Yeah, I mean, if Dominguez is going to be your starting outfielder, he's probably going to be, he should be in center field. Judge is going to play right field. That's what it's looking like as of right now. That's what Brian Cashman said, that Judge is probably going to be moving back to right field. And that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I like Judge in right field. I do. Okay. Not that he plays bad in center field, but I'm more comfortable with him playing right. So, but I think he hates being in Chicago. That's part of the reason. Are you talking about Luis Robert Jr.? Yeah, that could be it. I mean, that could be the case. I just don't know if the Yankees are looking into somebody like him. Or trading Bellinger with 1 year left is easier, or keep him and have Tucker and Belly together in the outfield for 1 year. I feel that, but then what happens with Judge? What happens with Dominguez? Like, what happens with those guys? Oh, yeah. I mean, if Bellinger has a big year, I mean, absolutely let him walk. I mean, for sure. Then, you could go after a Kyle Tucker, right? But the question is, though, if the Yankees were to trade for Bellinger, would they put him at first base? Or would they put him in the outfield? I mean, he plays both. I mean, I would imagine the way things are progressing right now during this offseason with the winter meetings, it sounds like the Yankees are in some deep talks with, with Christian Walker. It sounds like I don't know if they're how close they are in getting a deal done, but it sounds like something is in the works. They're negotiating, they're talking. And there has been some talks about Cody Bellinger as well. So I know there's some teams that are besides the Yankees that are interested in Cody Bellinger. So, let's see what happens. But yeah, he is better in the outfield. But the fact of the matter is, the fact that he could play first base. I mean, it is reassure. It is good to know, So the Yankees do have a need at first base. So let's see what they do for first base. I mean, we're gonna find out sooner or later. So Judge right field, Bellinger center field, Tucker left field for 1 year. Have Dominguez as fourth outfielder and for injury backup. All right. I mean, okay. I know a lot of fans probably would be pissed about that because, having Dominguez as a fourth outfielder and he's not getting playing time. I could that's what I'm envisioning in my head, but I'm not opposed to this, D-Rod. Bellinger, hey, listen, I'd be down. Bregman, I'm passing on Bregman. Sorry. Has anything been mentioned about Bohm recently? I mean, other than the fact that not the Cubs, but the Phillies want to trade him. It sounded like there might have been teams interested, but no teeth right now. There's nothing really about Alec Bohm at the moment. Yeah, the Yankees I don't think are interested in Bregman. They're not going to go after Bregman. Yeah, well, Dominguez is 20, or I thought he was like 21. Either way, he's still young. Nolan Arenado, honestly, Sean Browning, I'm not interested, man. I'm really not interested in Nolan Arenado. I know he said he was willing to open to playing first base. If I'm not really for trading for Nolan Arenado. The time to get him was back in 2018. I mean, look, if the Yankees got him, would I be upset? I wouldn't be upset, but he's not really, like, for me personally, my personal opinion, he's not really on the top of my list, if I'm being honest. But just trying to see if there's any other tweets or from Jeff Passan, but nothing yet. I mean, as far as Yankees news goes, but nothing yet. Offered Jones and Hampton to White for Robert, to the White Sox for Rob. Okay. Yeah, again, I don't know if the Yankees are looking at Luis Robert Jr., but he could be a possibility. So 8 years, $218 million, a full no trade clause. There are no opt-outs. There are no deferrals. That's the details on the Max Fried trade. So, yeah, they really did, man. Yeah, they really did have an opportunity to get Arenado during at that time. They didn't, but I would have loved him on the Yankees. Yeah, I mean it was a good deal for the Yankees, right? I mean, 27 million a year AAV, so that's around what Carlos Rodon is getting paid. So they got him on a good deal, under 30, which was again, I'll take it. Yeah, Fried is 30. I thought he was like 31, but yeah, he's in his 30s. Let's just say that he is in his 30s. So, well, we're gonna find out soon enough. We're gonna find out if he's able to pitch in New York. Any player that signs with the Yankees, that's always the big question. Will they be able to play in New York? Will they be able to perform in New York? We don't know. But we're gonna find out sooner or later. So let's see what he can do. I'm ecstatic that they got him, that the Yankees signed him. I've been saying that they needed to sign a starting pitcher. They need to add somebody to that rotation. So, I'm glad the Yankees got their guy. And I was saying this even if the Yankees did sign Juan Soto, I was saying that they absolutely needed to sign for a starting pitcher. So I'm glad they got him. You'd be thrilled with a trade for Bohm and Tucker. Yeah, I don't think the Yankees are going to go in on Alec Bohm. Tucker, I can see, but I don't know. I personally see Kyle Tucker probably finishing the season out, finishing 2025 as a Houston Astro, and then he's gonna test a free agent market, and he's gonna get a payday. That guy is gonna get a payday. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, probably. You're right. You're probably right there, D-Rod. Matt Blake probably had a big part in that signing. I'm sure the Yankees, Brian Cashman, Aaron Boone probably had a conversation with him about asking what they think about signing a guy like Max Fried, and I'm sure it matches up well. Yeah, listen, I like ground ball pitchers. I know some folks are talking about, ground ball and strikeout guys. Listen, if you could get the opposing team to ground out, fine by me. Fine by me. Strike them out, ground them out, pop them out. I don't care. As long as you're getting the opposing team out, that's all I care about. There was something mentioned. I forgot who mentioned it. It might have been Ken. I think he's got a little bit of a character issue or like an attitude problem or something. I'm not sure though. Also, I think he did. He did kind of collapse in the second half of the season. Your guess is just as good as mine, D-Rod. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Just get them out. Exactly. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if you're a ground ball guy, if you're a strikeout guy, just get them out. Get the opposing batters out on the other team. So that's all I care about. So yeah. But yeah, let me know, folks. Let me know in the chat how happy you are with the signing. Do you agree with the deal that was given out to Max Fried? Are you happy with 210 million for 8 years, which is 27 million a year? Are you all happy with that signing? Would you have done something different? All right. How happy are you with the signing? Are you happy with Max Fried? Are you happy with the contract that the Yankees gave him? Let me know in the chat. So, and again, we're about 45 minutes into the live stream. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure, again, you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. Let's continue growing this channel. So, yeah, don't remind me, man. Yeah, I'm happy they did something too, and I'm happy they responded quick. I'm happy they responded quick after not being able to sign Soto. I'm happy that they responded quick. So, good for the Yankees. And Jacob Petruzzi, what is going on, Jacob? How are you doing? So, Jerry McDonald says everyone wants to leave Houston. I wonder why. Yeah, a lot better than 765 million. I mean, yeah, they didn't have to. It's a big difference. So the Yankees still can spend more money now and sign additional players. So even Bregman, I mean, I think Bregman is open to going back to Houston. Houston did make $156 million offer, but he wasn't down for it. He wants something. He wants like $200 million. That's what he's looking for. So, yeah, Max Fried. Yeah, I was happy with the Max Fried signing. He was definitely on the list of pitchers that I wanted the Yankees to go after. I had some other names on that list, and Fried was one of them, and I'm glad they got him. Yanks Astros trade for Tucker. One of the stipulations that Cashman can't use the words cheat and. Yeah, I mean, I know Cashman's made a comment about it, about the whole cheating thing during the season, but what's done is done. It's over. nothing you could do about it now. So, but yeah, folks, that's the news right now, though. Hey, Yankee Kyle, what's up? NFE, that's a huge shoot in the arm for the New York Yankees. It is, man. It is. I'm glad they made it happen. I'm glad the Yankees struck. There was report. Obviously, the Cashman was supposed to talk with the MLB Network, and a few minutes before he was supposed to go live, he canceled it and said, "Hey, something is going on." And I'm like, "Okay, something's cooking." And and here we are, about 3-4 hours later, and Max Fried signs with the Yankees. So, let's see what's going to be the next move. And Rodney, I am not pulling up that comment. Oh my God, dirty. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, nothing at the moment there, folks. But yeah, the Blue Jays are going to acquire Andres Jimenez. That news broke out while I was live, and it says that infielder Spencer Horwitz is among the players heading back to Cleveland. So interesting. Oh man, Rob, if they got Corbin Burns, holy smokes! But I think after this Max Fried signing, I don't know about them getting Burns. But if they did get Corbin Burns, that would be massive. That would be freaking massive. Holy smokes! Yeah, they need some hitters. They need to get a couple of bats. So we'll see if that's is that Christian Walker? Is that Cody Bellinger? Is that both? Is it Kyle Tucker? I mean, there's a lot of names being mentioned. So, hey, what's up, Davi? Saying in 2017, Aaron Judge could have been the first MVP and Rookie of the Year winner. That is what the Astros took away from us along the World Series appearance. Yeah. I mean, nothing we could do about it now, though, unfortunately. Tanner Scott, man, if the Yankees can get Tanner Scott, that would be massive. Could they get Tanner Scott? Definitely, because Brian Cashman did say that he is not committed to. He's not necessarily committed to Luke Weaver being the closer, so they could look into a guy like Tanner Scott. Yeah, bullpen is next. The bullpen's going to get addressed, but I think next the next thing that's going to get addressed is a bat. It's going to be on the offense. Did the Mets get Loaisaga? Really? Yeah, they're taking all the old Yankees players, aren't they? Rice and Dominguez to Seattle for George Kirby. Man, I hate to see Dominguez go, though. I'm not seeing anything about Loai. Oh, wow. Okay, so another breaking news. So 3 years, 27 or 28 million. Good luck staying healthy. Yeah, Loaisaga can never stay healthy. Holmes money will pay for Scott next year. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That must be painful. Stroman, Peraza, Pereira for Bellinger and Suzuki. Yeah, I don't know if the Yankees want Suzuki, though. Yankees are in on Scott, Carlos Estevez. Who's your sources? You saw it on a few sites, but okay. Is there anybody on X like Jeff Passan or anybody reporting this? Or even John Heyman? Anybody there? Just checking to see. Yeah, not seeing anything. Yeah, $9 million a year for Loisaga. Yeah, you're gonna pay for pitching. You're gonna, the pitching comes at a premium, and you're gonna pay. Sometimes you're gonna overpay. So, Devin Williams, right? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on Loisaga either. So, from what you're hearing, the Yankees have about $40 million more to spend comfortably. So, if they're going to spend $40 million more, Christian Walker signing, perhaps maybe Tanner Scott. They'll probably be active in the trade market, though. So, all right, Sean, we'll see you later. Have a good day. Have a good night at work. So, yeah, Devin Williams. Yeah, I know. Yankees have. Yankees could look into him. I think he's only. I think he's only on their team. He'd be a 1 year rental, I think, for Devin Williams. According to Andy Martino, Mets are still talking to Jonathan Loisaga. Multiple teams want him, and he's seeking multiple years. Got it. Okay. Yeah, 5 years. I wouldn't do 5 years for Walker. I'm right there with you there, Joe. I mean, if he is demanding more than 3, the most I would go for it would be 4. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Josh Naylor, I'm passing on Josh Naylor, Dobby. Let me get this light turned on real quick. Sorry. Getting a little dark in my area. So left field, I mean, that's a question mark right now. So, are the Yankees have been in talks with, Teoscar Hernandez? I mean, do they sign Teoscar Hernandez, or, do they trade for Kyle Tucker? Is Profar part of the is he in any kind of conversation amongst the Yankees front office? I did see that. Yeah, I saw that. Goldschmidt on a cheap 1 year deal. I mean, they could entertain that. Yeah, I did read that. I heard that Roki Sasaki does not want to be playing for a large market team. He prefers smaller market. Apparently, with the Japanese press, I guess he had kind of like a mental breakdown, or things affected him mentally. But I don't know, if the Yankees made him an offer he can't refuse, would he turn it down? The Yankees are definitely going to check in. They're going to do their due diligence, like they always do with all the free agents. And they're going to check in with teams and seeing if any players are available, But yeah, like I said, the Yankees struck. They they struck well. I'm glad they got their guy in Max Fried. So When the Angels are interested in a player, they aren't doing much. Hicks anymore. So speaking of the Angels, actually, the Angels are they were looking to trade one of their outfielders. I believe his name was Taylor Ward, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, Taylor Ward. Apparently, the Angels are looking to trade him. You know, he plays the outfield. Do the Yankees explore a trade with the Angels? You know, I don't know what teams are in, but they are looking to trade Taylor Ward, the Los Angeles Angels. So let's see what happens. But yeah, just trying to see if there's any other deals going on right now, or if any new news. Might hear some more news tonight. Talks are getting louder with Walker. What are you hearing, Joe? Talk to us, man. What are you hearing? Yeah. The Braves, I mean, they are pretty big major league. They are a major league baseball market, a big one for sure. They are a big MLB market. You're right about that. Maybe not as big as New York, but they're still pretty big. I'm right there with you there, D-Rod. But yeah, Joe, what are you hearing with Christian Walker? You're saying talks are getting louder. What's going on? But I'm hoping the Yankees are interested. I'm sure there's other teams that are interested as well. But the Yankees are apparently they're interested. Intense negotiations. Well, they either for first base or the outfield. I know the Yankees were interested in Cody Bellinger and trading for him. But yeah, what will the Cubs want in return for Bellinger? I mean, that's a good question. Well, yeah, I mean, I see Roki Sasaki in. I see him staying out west. Maybe a team like the Padres. I could see that. I know he's supposed to be good friends with Yu Darvish, so I could see him playing for San Diego or something. He stays out west. That's what I think. But yeah, but sorry, just checking to see if there's like other news going out there. If there's other baseball news coming out, but there's nothing right now. So nothing at the moment. MLB Network is talking about Walker right now. What are they saying, Bill? What's being said right now? Yeah, I know the Red Sox are they're interested in Dylan Cease. So Joel Sherman is saying he wouldn't be surprised Walker in a trade for Bellinger. Ooh. That would be a Yankee thing right there, man. Yeah, and beef up the bullpen, right? If they get Walker, yeah, they definitely have to beef up that bullpen. Like I said, if the Yankees got Tanner Scott, that would be awesome. And you add that with Luke Weaver and Cousins, yeah, that would be a killer bullpen right there. They say the Yankees are looking at Walker. Okay, are they saying anything about if they're close or if they're like close to negotiations? Are they nearing a deal, or how far apart are they in negotiations? Anything like that, there, guys? Let's try this again. Andres Jimenez and reliever Nick Sandlin going to Blue Jays. Spencer Horwitz, part of the return for Guardians. It's all good. So okay, so Sandlin and Jimenez. So they got themselves a good infielder, and they got Sandlin. They got some pitching back. Okay. It's a good move for the Blue Jays. Better bullpen rotation and defense. So Soto's going to regret leaving us. Only time will tell. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there. D-Rod 4 years, I think I'm right there with you. But right now, it's just with this market, that's probably what it's going to demand. I'd rather give Walker if the Yankees are going to sign Walker, I'd rather the Yankees give him a 3-year deal. But it might have to take 4 years to sign this guy. They only talk about Walker. They say the Yankees have to thread the needle. Okay. Yeah, he might be a 4 or 5 year deal. I'd rather sign him to a 4-year deal. I know when Hector was on here, Hector was saying they might have to take 5, and I understand, I get that, but I'd rather sign him. If it was, I want him 3 years, but if it might end up being 4. So. Lou, I like that one. The 3 years and an option for a 4th. Yeah. You know what? I could get behind that. I could definitely get behind that. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, I don't know who else is. I mean, Bellinger would be the guy. Then if it's not Walker, I understand he was on the IL for the last 2 years, but the Yankees are gonna go either the trade route for first base, or they're gonna sign a guy like Walker. They're gonna go the cheap route. I mean, you could sign Santana to just like a 1-year deal, because they do need a first baseman, and I'm not going to go into. I don't want the Yankees going into 2025 with a DJ LeMahieu or Oswaldo Cabrera. You know what I mean? That's not what I would want. Yeah, Santana to a 1-year deal as a stopgap, and then try to go after Murakami. Yeah, and Ben Rice, I mean, he's not ready. That's clear as day. I mean, it's nothing against Ben Rice, but he's definitely not ready. So, but yeah, folks, I mean, that's what we got. That's what we got. There's no other updates at the moment. Just checking one more time. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what Rocky's going to be like in Major League Baseball, but assuming that he's another Sonny Gray, I don't want that. So what do you think, D-Rod? They DFA him? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Ben Rice in the future. I am interested to see what they do with him. He's better as a catcher than as a first baseman. He's not a bad first baseman, but he is better as a catcher. And the Yankees have a lot of catchers right now in their on their team. Yeah, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, I know he'll be a free agent next year. He is a first baseman. Do the Yankees look into him? You know, they'll do again. They will do their due diligence in checking in on him. Do they sign him? I don't see it, but I have been wrong before. Peraza, I mean, they need to trade Peraza, man. I don't there's no future with him. Although, you know, when Cashman was asked about second base, he's saying that Caleb Durbin is probably has like the highest chance of being the starter at second base, but um, do expect Vivas and Peraza to compete. So there is going to be some competition at spring training. But yeah, Peraza is a guy that probably will get traded, I think. And Ben Rice he's a trade. He could be a trade piece too. DFA, maybe a trade if a team has. Yeah, but also too, D-Rod, he's a 5'10" guy. So he does have a no trade clause because he's a 5'10" guy. I mean, I wonder what kind of contract he's going to demand. I mean, Soto got his fat contract. It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be anywhere near Soto. Yo, give me Tucker as well, man. Ben Rice, Spencer Jones, and Nestor Cortes for Bellinger and Shota Imanaga. I mean, would the Cubs take? I mean, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah, and you're right. And they don't need to. I mean, I don't know if the Yankees would prefer to have two left-handed catchers, but yeah, they're Wells is that guy. I mean, he's the future of the Yankees. But I could see them trading Ben Rice. I always felt that he was a trade piece. Ben Rice. I mean, again, the Yankees have a lot of catchers. Yeah, I'll take Tucker over Vlad Jr. personally. I mean, there's nothing against Vlad Jr., but I'll take Tucker. And Tucker's good defensively too. That's the other thing. So shut up, CT Cards. Like the only reason why I'm like still staying live is because, you know, I don't know if you know, if there's like another signing that's going to happen. I mean, I know there's talks of Christian Walker right now, so yeah, Augustine Ramirez and Trader Rice. Yeah, but I'm sure the Marlins the Yankees wanted to give something a little bit more valuable in a guy like Augustine Ramirez, especially they were getting Jazz Chisholm back. But yeah, I get it though, bro. I would have traded Rice before Augustine Ramirez if they were able to swing that. Davi, I mean, a trade for Kyle Tucker. I mean, that's probably going to include. They're looking for starting pitching, so I mean, you're probably they're probably starts with Luis Hill, and I don't want to give up Luis Hill. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty. I'd say it's gonna be a pretty expensive package to get Kyle Tucker in a trade. That's why I'm wondering if it's worth just waiting for him to be a free agent and then get him. Yeah, I'm definitely saying no on trading Luis Hill. I wouldn't trade Luis Hill. No way. So again, just trying to see if there's anything else out there. Yeah, nothing yet. Nothing yet. But MLB Network did put this out, though. Let me pull it up on the screen. I mean, that would be your starting rotation right there, assuming the Yankees don't add any other starting pitchers, which I don't think they will. But Cole, Fried, Rodon, Hill, Schmidt. I don't know about you all, but I do like this. I do like the starting rotation. What's up, Ronald? Trade Hill and Jones for Tucker and Burns, but Burns is a free agent, man. Arias, Cortes, Hampton for Kyle Tucker. I mean, you could give them. Will they accept it? Yeah, I'm liking this rotation right here, man. This rotation, I'm very comfortable with. I really am. Oh, your sign Burns? Yeah, I mean, I'd be ecstatic if the Yankees did also sign Corbin Burns, but I don't see it. I think right now they're going to go after a bat or two. They're gonna go after. They got to go after a first baseman. They got to get an outfielder. I mean, one of those positions is getting signed. So, but yeah, obviously, let's see what other moves happen tonight, though, folks. Let's see if the Yankees, or any team make a big move tonight. Obviously, so it's been a very lively winter meetings week so far. So I'm loving it. I'm sure a lot of people would. I'm sure there's some fans that would. I know they hate to give up Dominguez, but yeah, the lineup definitely needs to be a little bit more balanced. Well, we have to see him play a full season. We got to give him a chance, right? Same way the Yankees gave Anthony Volpe a chance. So far, we saw 2 full seasons of Volpe. He made some progress this season. There's still areas for him to improve. Hopefully, he improves in his 3rd year. We got to give Dominguez that same kind of chance. Let's see what he's made of. You know, we got to see what he's made of. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I want to see we got to see what Dominguez is like. Yeah, yeah, I did see. Yeah, Cashman did say that. Oakley Turner, long time no see, man. Good to see you in the chat. He says I'd want an extension on Tucker if we give up Hill plus others, but an intermediary team may help in dealing with Houston. Maybe the Cubs will help if we take Belly's contract off their hands. I mean, yeah, if you're going to trade Hill and Tucker can agree to an extension, I might, that might be a little more tempting to make that trade, but I'm not sure. Well, I'm sure they're working on it. I think they're gonna. I mean, Stroman, Cortes, Trevino. I think they're gonna try and find a way to trade these guys. I think Stroman's gonna be on the trading block. I think he's gonna be the guy to go. And Cortes, I could see Cortes getting traded too. Stroman and Cortes, they both need to get traded. I don't know if they're both going to get traded, but if one of them is getting traded, it's definitely going to be Marcus Stroman. We can only hope, man. Yeah, we got to see Dominguez and see what he does in a full year, in a full season. Yeah, you could give away Dominguez for Tucker, or would the Yankees give up Spencer Jones? Yeah, they do want starting pitching. They do want starting pitching. Oh, wow. Ryan Sandberg got cancer. He was one of the first superstar in baseball. Oh, man. That's rough. Well, hopefully he heals up. But that's what we got right now, though, folks. I am going to end the live stream here. So, I was seeing if there's any other news that's going to come out. But if it does, I'll try and go live if I'm able to. If not, hey, I might go. I'll probably go live tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But folks in the chat, thank you all for coming on, and appreciate everybody coming on and tuning in as you always do. Thank you all for your continued support for the channel. It is greatly appreciated. If you haven't yet, make sure you all hit the like button on your way out. I always try to get to 50 likes on these live streams. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're watching this for the first time. If you're on X, come over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button and join in on the Strike Zone crew, the Strike Zone family, and share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. So 45 likes, nice. So 5 more likes. If there's 5 people that haven't hit the like button, hit that like button. Let's get to 50, and let's go beyond 50. All right. Again, congratulations to the New York Yankees. They have signed left-handed pitcher Max Fried. Let's see what else they do. And again, the Blue Jays. While we were live, the Blue Jays and the Guardians pulled up, had a deal. Andres Jimenez going to the Blue Jays. So that was a nice deal for the Blue Jays. So let's see what other moves that they do. And it ain't over, folks. It ain't over. There's going to be more moves happening. So stay tuned, people. Stay tuned. So again, appreciate you all coming on. If I don't see you tonight, enjoy your evening. Have a good night, folks. And I will see you all next time. We're out of here.